Hi there, friends. I'm meteorologist Jeff Hanowich. It is 10 o'clock here on this Friday evening. Hope everybody had a great day. Hope everybody had a great week. The weather was pretty nice for us pretty much all week long with a whole lot of warm weather, and we had our fair share of sunshine too. Now, things will start to change for us here very, very soon. You'll notice here on the local view that we are indeed still dry. We are seeing a little more cloud cover around, but we are indeed still dry. We do have rain showers as close to us as West Virginia, areas around Charleston, areas close to Beckley, seeing some showers, but we are still dry. However, you'll notice a whole lot of rain extending from Canada all the way south towards the deep south. And that is where we have a cold front. This is our next weather maker. This is what's going to change our weather. This is what's going to bring us a good shot for rain and thunderstorms on Saturday. Let's time it all out for you. And it does look like by around 5-6 a.m. we're going to start to see at least a little bit of rain into our westernmost counties. Areas say towards Bland, Giles, Wythe, Grayson, Carroll counties may start to get a little bit wet by 5:30, 6 a.m. You'll notice, so as we go through time, that some of the heaviest rain that we see will actually lie between about 8:30 and about 11:30 in the morning. So it is likely going to be a very wet go of it across the region as we head into the day on Saturday, especially the first probably 2/3 of the day. So from 6 a.m. through about 4 p.m., that is our best chance for some rain. I am cautiously optimistic that we're going to start to see the activity wind down a little bit before dinner time. But you need to know that from late morning into the mid-afternoon, we will have the chance for a couple of stronger thunderstorms. Okay, we could have some wind, hail, also some heavy rain and thunder and lightning. But again, I stressed you, by about 4, 5, 6 o'clock, we will be dry, and we may even close out the day Saturday with some breaks of sunshine. So if you don't see sunshine on Saturday, you will as we head into Sunday. Sunday is going to, I think, be partly to at times mostly sunny, and more importantly, Sunday is dry. Now it's cooler and breezy on Sunday, but Sunday looks like the nicer of the 2 weekend days to be outside. Now again, recapping Saturday, the best chance for rain will be from roughly 6 a.m. through about 4 p.m. Now, it's not going to rain in your backyard for 10 straight hours, but that's when the rain will start in the viewing area, and that's when the rain will stop in the viewing area. Like, for instance, the best chance for rain in Roanoke will probably be between roughly 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Okay, in Lynchburg, roughly between about 9 p.m. 9 a.m. and about 3 p.m. So it's going to be that type of event for us. The rain will probably last in your yard for about 4 to 6 hours before coming to an end. This does not bode well, unfortunately, for the Foot Levelers Blue Ridge Marathon, okay? It's going to rain. If you're watching the marathon, kind of rooting on all those runners, I'm going to have you make sure you have the umbrella or a poncho or at least some sort of rain gear, because you're going to get rained on Saturday morning. So it does look as though temperatures at 8 a.m. will be around 60. We're up to around 63 by 11 a.m. Overall for us Saturday morning, off and on rain a good bet, and some of the rain could be on the heavy side. Later in the morning, a couple of thunderstorms will be possible as well, but I think there's a better chance for thunderstorms actually a little bit further east. We'll talk more about that here in a second. How much rain falls on Saturday? I would say anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to an inch of rain. Okay, there might be isolated spots that see a little less than that. There might be isolated spots that see a little bit more than that, but for the most part, we're looking at about 1/4 of an inch to about an inch of rain before all is said and done. Now, as far as that severe weather threat, as we talked about, it looks like into our westernmost counties, that severe weather threat is incredibly low. It is a little bit higher further east. So the Lynchburg zone and also the south side zones have the best chance to see any sort of strong to severe thunderstorms late Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon. Again, the timing of any stronger thunderstorms would roughly be between about maybe 10:30 and about 3:30. Okay, so we're going to have maybe a 4 to 6 hour window to have that chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms. And again, the best chance for that will be east of the Parkway. Areas in and around Lynchburg, Martinsville, Danville, South Boston, Charlotte Courthouse, Appomattox, areas in and around Alta Vista. Most of this area that you see highlighted here is in green, which means it's a marginal risk for severe weather or a level 1 risk. But our extreme southeasternmost areas like Virgilina, areas around, say, Keysville, right along that U.S. Highway 15 corridor, that's where we could have a slightly better chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms. And that's where we have this yellow color. That's that's where we have a level 2 risk or a slight risk for severe weather. So the threat again for any severe weather tomorrow isn't very high, but it's very, very low in the mountains. It is a little bit higher as you head a little bit further to the east, okay? Now, what do these outlooks mean? Let's talk a little bit about this. As we explain these outlooks that we oftentimes talk about, especially now that we're basically now in the peak of severe weather season, oftentimes you'll hear us talk about marginal risk or slight risks. Let's explain what they are. This again is inspired by the National Weather Service office out of State College, Pennsylvania. A marginal risk or a level 1 risk is meaning basically that there's isolated severe weather possible, okay? Nothing widespread. Like for instance, if you look back at this map, areas in green, marginal risk. That means an isolated chance for a strong to severe thunderstorm. That chance goes up a little bit once you get into this yellow color here. That's a slight risk for severe weather, or a level 2 risk, which means scattered severe weather is possible. When you get into these oranges, reds, and purples, that's when we really start to worry about severe weather, okay? An enhanced chance for severe weather means numerous severe weather events are possible, whether that's hail, wind, or potentially tornadoes. When you get into red, that's a moderate risk for severe weather or a level 4 risk, and that means widespread severe weather is likely. And then when you get into that high risk, that's a level 5 risk. You don't want to ever see a level 5 risk because that means it's basically a likelihood that you're going to have widespread severe weather. So again, these are the outlooks that you oftentimes see from the Storm Prediction Center. They go from a level 1 risk or marginal risk up to a purple risk or a high risk or a level 5 risk. Again, green, marginal risk, isolated. When you get up to purple, that's widespread severe weather is a likelihood and will likely impact your backyard. You never want to be in a category 3, 4, or 5 because that generally means really bad weather is headed your way. All right, friends, let's talk about the wind. Right now, the wind anywhere between about 3 and 10 miles per hour for the most part. It was breezy at times for us earlier today, but those winds are settling down a little bit. Strongest wind right now out of the south at 14 in Hot Springs. However, the winds are likely going to be a factor for us here for at least the next 2 days, maybe as long as the next 3 to 4 days, okay? So it was a little breezy today. The winds will probably be a little bit stronger as we head into Saturday and also into Sunday. Looking at wind gusts those 2 days, anywhere between 20 to 30 miles per hour. Now tomorrow, again, if you're under a strong thunderstorm, then you could have winds up to 40, 50 miles per hour, but not everybody has those thunderstorms tomorrow. On Sunday, when we dry out and see more sunshine, it's still likely going to be breezy, arguably windy. Not as much wind on Monday, but I still don't think the winds are going to be light on Monday. Could still have some gusts about 10 to 20, maybe 10 to 25 miles per hour. So again, a little breezy today, and I think the winds are going to be at least somewhat of a factor for us here for at least the next 48 to potentially 72 hours. Temperatures stand for us right now in the lower 60s in Hot Springs, also in Blacksburg, Hillsville, and Galax. You're up to 70 right now in Danville, 67 in Lynchburg. Hot spot right now, Roanoke at 73. However, we are going to cool down big time behind this front. That's going to bring us that chance for rain and thunderstorms tomorrow, okay? We're going to, I think, have high temperatures for the 24-hour period we call Saturday happening at midnight tonight. And so whatever your temperature is at 12:01, i.e. in less than 2 hours from now, that's going to be likely your high temperature for Saturday because during the daylight hours tomorrow, I think we're mainly in the 60s, okay? And once we fall into the 60s tomorrow, we're going to stay in the 60s, likely all the way through Thursday of next week. So yes, temperatures will indeed be cooler than average here for about the next week or so. That also means that you shouldn't be planning yet, all right? Looks like we will have the chance for some frost as we head into Monday morning and then again as we head into Tuesday morning. I don't think the frost is going to be terribly widespread, but there will be some frost around. Again, Sunday night into Monday morning and then again Monday night into Tuesday morning. So frost is possible for us here Monday morning and Tuesday morning. So please hold off on planting until perhaps the middle of next week when I think we will finally get beyond this chance for frost around here. Your forecast for tonight, maybe a couple of showers close to daybreak. Otherwise, it looks like we're just going to turn mainly cloudy. Overnight lows tonight about 53 to 60. For the day tomorrow, showers, thunderstorms. Again, best chance for rain will lie at about, say, from about 6 a.m. through about 4 p.m. So we're going to have about anywhere from 9 to about 11-hour window to have these showers and thunderstorms. But again, it's not going to rain or thunderstorm in your yard for 10 straight hours. OK, we're talking about when this front enters the region at 6 a.m. and leaves the region by about 4 or 4:30 p.m. OK, high temperatures tomorrow will be reached here in about 2 hours from now in the 60s and 70s, and most of us are in the 60s on Saturday during the daylight hours. Okay, so Sunday 63 with skies partly to mostly sunny. We're mainly sunny Monday, mix of sun and clouds Tuesday. We're dry Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. However, by the middle of next week, rain chances start to ramp up again. Wednesday, Thursday, scattered showers are back in the forecast. Looks like we'll dry things out on Friday. Now, as far as next week is concerned, temperatures will be in the 60s from Sunday through Thursday. Looks like we'll probably get back into the 70s by next Friday. So much of next week, temperatures will be below average. But again, we're going to be dry Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Chance for rain. I don't think any thunderstorms at this point. I don't think we'll get any. I don't think we'll have enough instability, mainly just showers on Wednesday and Thursday. Current time is 10:11, and joining me is my good friend, Allie. Allie, are there any questions I can answer tonight, my friend? Will tomorrow be a complete washout? I tend to think of a washout as raining nonstop from sunrise to sunset, okay? That's how I would define a washout. That's how I define washouts when I say the term washout on TV. It's raining from literally sunrise to sunset. I don't think tomorrow is a quote-unquote washout, but it's going to be close. Okay, so let me show you Future Tracker again here if you're just joining us. And yes, tomorrow looks very, very damp. There's no other way to say it. It's going to be quite wet tomorrow. But notice at 6 a.m. there's just a couple of showers around in the mountains and towards, say, the New River Valley. Without question, some of the heaviest rain we get will be between about 8 a.m. and about 3 p.m. Okay, that's when the bulk of this pushes through. You'll notice that as we get closer to dinner time tomorrow, by 4, 5, 6 o'clock, the showers, the thunderstorms get out of here. So again, it's going to rain a lot tomorrow, but by 5, 6 p.m. tomorrow, I think it's all gone. Okay, so by the time dinner time rolls around tomorrow, most of us should be dry, and some of us may actually even see some sunshine. Anything else, Allie? Yes, good question. Have we ever been in a level 5 for severe weather? Getting back to explaining the outlooks as we talked about. This is again from the Storm Prediction Center. They issue these outlooks every single day of the year. Even in the winter they issue them. Usually when you're in December, January, February, they get a little bit of a break because we usually don't have a lot of severe weather in the U.S. those 3 or 4 months. But now we're reaching the peak of severe weather season, so you'll see a whole lot in the way of these outlooks on TV, not only here on WSLS, but you'll see them mentioned on places like the Weather Channel. Really any place that talks about weather, you'll be seeing a lot of these outlooks here for the next couple of months. But the question is, have we ever here in our viewing area been in a high risk for severe weather? The answer to that question is, I believe we have, but it's only been a couple of times, okay? I remember us being in a moderate risk for severe weather quite a few times, enhanced chance for severe weather quite a few times, and marginal and slight risk happen almost all the time when you get into this time of year. But I think we've only been in a high risk for severe weather maybe once, maybe twice. It does not happen around here very often. It certainly happens more often in the Deep South and also in the Great Plains. They see high risks for severe weather a lot more than what we see here in Southwest Central and Southside Virginia. But we have been in the moderate before, we've been in the enhanced before, and we certainly have been in the marginal and slight risk quite a few times. Anything else, Allie? Perfect. Guys, what we're doing here is something called an Appcast. We do these Appcasts every Monday at 10 p.m. and every Friday at 10 p.m. This week, we haven't done any Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday of this week because there was really no need to because the weather was so incredibly quiet. Now, most weeks, since we started doing these, about three and a half months ago, we do them more times than not on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays because there's oftentimes weather to talk about. But this week, we haven't done them Tuesday through Thursday because the weather has been so quiet. But these Appcasts are every Monday at 10 p.m., every Friday at 10 p.m., and as needed, other times throughout the course of the week into the weekend, okay? These Appcasts can be seen on Roku, they can be seen on YouTube, they can be seen as a Facebook Live, and they can be seen on the news app and the weather app. So there are plenty of different ways in which you can see these Appcasts that we do here at your local weather authority. So if you're new to these Appcasts, we hope you continue to join us for these Appcasts. And our wonderful digital department here at WSLS always sends out like a little bit of a tease, if you will, or some sort of reminder when we're actually going to be doing these. So there are ways in which you will certainly be able to find out when we indeed do these Appcasts here. But again, certainly every Monday night and every Friday night. It is 10:16. We'll be back here with our 11 o'clock newscast in about less than 45 minutes from now at the top of the hour at 11 o'clock. We do hope to see you then, but if we don't, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you again real soon here on your Appcast.